But I understand. But let me just tell you, because I really do have sympathy with you. I saw like pain in your eyes and some of you when we were doing this. So let me give you two things that's going to make for word. One, I'm going to give you a roadmap. Roadmap. So you do not get lost. Lesson. That's the reference booklet. Back. Sorry about that, buddy. Can you help him out? There you are, right there. Two, I'm going to show you how to process words, not with just your eyeballs, but with your hands. Most of you are using most eyeballs. There's actually three ways you process. The last next my original degree is a health field degree, guys, so that's why I talk about neurology in this class. Okay, so here's your roadmap. Here is your roadmap. Understand, question, plan, solve, check. Okay, so understand is where you organize, given information. You ask yourself, what do I understand right off the bat? You don't actually solve. I call that getting food out of the fridge. You can't cook until the food's out of the fridge. Then you ask yourself a question. What is the target question? We're on the lesson. Please help each other. If you're lost right now, rotate and ask somebody. Okay? Plan. Formulating a plan. You ask yourself, pull in related information. You're going to see this symbol. Squeeze the sponge. So that's behind everything. So, when you solve, of course, you show your work, show your work, show your work. Equations have two sides with an equal sign. And on the check, you just review your section and you ask yourself, does this? Okay, understand, question, plan, solve, check. Say it. Okay, so earlier, who was it? Was it you, Yasmin, that was wondering why on earth is Yankee Doodle Dandy playing in the background? Or anybody else with me? You know, wondering what I was doing playing on the background? Okay, because this goes to the so this is your first of many. Yes, you will. Actually, stay listening. You are so. Okay, on that note. All right, so one was your roadmap, the other was your hands. I'm not going to read this. You can read it at home. Just so you know, I'm totally not off my rocker. I have citations explaining this. Yes, sir. Okay, ready? Go to your reference booklet. We're going to do two problems together. Two problems. And just because it's the end of the day, I'll probably toss in one extra one to do it with you. I know. Aren't you guys special? Yes. Ready? You are now looking at this. You should see a picket fence. Everybody see a picket fence? Repeat after me. Say perimeter. First thing I want you to do. Yes, it is. We're doing it again. Ready? Put your pencils in. Repetition is a reflex. Ready? Walk it around the perimeter. Put the little arrow there. Whenever you deal with perimeter, I want you to walk your pencil around, not just stare at it with your eyeballs. Ready? Let's label our length, label our width. And over here, we just take one length and we add a width. We add a length, of course, and add a width, which you guys commonly know as this. But the reason why I just didn't toss this equation at you is I have STEM students, they forget the equation and then they're going to go, stop. Don't worry about the equation. Just perimeter means walk your pencil around. Don't get so hung up on equations that you lose sight of the basic concept. Now, we're going to do two easier examples and one a little bit more interesting. Okay. In your margin, I'd like you to write U, Q, P, S, C. I'm going to model how to find understand. Understand means you're just going to organize what you already know. Put your finger right here. I like you to finger track and read that. You're going to make yourself an excellent Greek chorus. Ready? So let's underline keywords. One, we got a rectangle going on here. And that rectangle, the length is, the longer side is equals 8 feet longer than the width. Do you see what I'm doing here? Then I have a perimeter, which is 64 feet on both the length. Okay, everything, for the understand part, everything goes either on a diagram or it goes on a list. In other words, you get it out of the word in context and onto pictures and lists, because that's what overwhelms a bunch of you is all the words. So I'm going to start labeling. Length is 8 feet longer than the width. You see what I'm doing here? I label both sides. Holler at me if I lose you, please. So far, acknowledge? Okay, yeah. Okay, watch what I do. I cross stuff out as I account for it. That helps your brain feel like you've got something to come with. Perimeter is, so I walk my perimeter around. Remember, I tell you to physically walk perimeter, always. Don't forget units. Also that. Okay, so by the time you're done with understanding the original problem, absolutely mutilated. Do you see what I mean? Everything goes on a diagram. What? Diagram or what? A list, and good. Okay, so that means I've got the food out of the fridge. Now I'm going to look and try to figure out my cooking here. My question, make a giant question mark with the box. I am trying to find the length and the width. Always keep your question in mind. Okay? All right. Now, here's the fun part. You're like, I still don't know what I can do to get these guys. So you ask yourself, what can I write? Ready? I can write down my perimeter, can I? Yeah, that's easy enough, isn't it? Okay, and I know my perimeter is a length plus width plus length plus width. That doesn't really take too much thinking, does it? Okay. Now, when I say circle, plug, chug, watch what I do. It's called physical pickup. Circle this piece. Now come up here. What can I substitute P for? Okay, so circle it and plug it in. That's what circle, plug, chug means. Ready? Come over here. Circle the L. Now find what can we replace L with? Okay, so I plug it in. Notice I physically circle stuff. Watch, I circle my next W so I don't drop it. Plus, I circle my L. I pick it up. Do you see what I'm doing, my friends? Okay, and I circle my last W. Now, all of that's called physical pickup. It keeps your eyeball from missing stuff. Ready? You guys, collect like 10 or so. Solve for W. Find the width. Switching out. Ready, turn around, face each other. Tell each other your answers. And if you're not, ask a favor for help. All right. Here's the answer here. You should have done it 48 equals 4W. W is 12. Then you pop 12 top. 12 plus 8 is out loud. Yeah, a Friday afternoon, 2 o'clock. Let's try that again. 12 plus 8 is much better. Okay, let's do one more. And then at this point, if you want to do another one with me, you can pay attention, or if you want to go work on your own, you can. Area, just like perimeter, I always want you to walk around. Area, I always want you to say, always say area. We're on your reference on the right-hand side now. Label length and width. Out loud, area is where? Yeah, for a rectangle anyway. You're doing this one with me there, RJ. Yes, you are. Okay, ready? Come over here. U, Q, P, S, C. Now, for the next minute, I want you to read this out loud, filter, and then get everything on either a diagram or a list. In other words, you're doing the U thing all by yourself. Ready? Start reading. Go. All your work, and it goes on a diagram or goes. Start to keywords, underline keywords and phrases. The diagram form. To do that up here, you can see you. There, anybody? Label your diagram. I'm going to freeze this. I'm going to show this to you in about a minute here. length is 3 times the W, and you have the width is W, and you have underneath everything is 108. I'm going to be kind of cute. Good. 2, we're going to find out what we're ultimately trying to find. Our big question is the dimensions of our length and width. Now, plan. We ask ourselves what else we already know. We have the area is 108. Could you at least write the area equation? Is that possible? Yeah, write it down. Like, you don't know if you need it, but you can always information. I could even pull in perimeter if I wanted to. Okay. Now, let's see what we can do. Ready? Circle area. Is there anything you can plug in there? Okay, circle it in. Equals. Circle length. Is there anything you can do with that? Out loud? Circle it, my friend. Put it right in there. Ready? Circle that W, bring it down. Wow, we are down to one variable. Isn't that nice? W times W squared equals 108, and there's 3. I'm running out of room, so I'm bring it up to 108 equals 3W squared. That's technically 3 times W. Opposite of times is dividing. Do not even dream of touching a calculator. Doing that by hand. Opposite of squaring, square rooting, so W equals 6. And 3 times W out loud? And then we're getting there. So here we have 6, here we have 18. Now, if we wanted to do a check, since we have area, you would simply do 18 times 6 and see if you smack 108, which you do. All right. Listen, at this point, this particular problem, if you want to do this one, roll forward and bend up to mom. You're like, Miss Way, I just want to finish it by myself and do my own thing and go to the back of the classroom. Like, I want to work on myself, go to the back. Let's see who I got about half the class up here. Okay, Willis, you guys want to work on your own? You want to work with me? Okay, well, then come up front. Sam, work on your own or work with me? Come up front. You gonna work on your own? Excellent, just keep cranking away. Check, 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 check. Okay, ready? Step number 1. You're gonna finger track and read this out loud. You're gonna do that on your own, and then you go back and you can filter. Go. Finger track, read out loud, filter. You should always have all your numbers, and we're going to organize or understand, which we're going to draw, label, list, cross out. So let's see. I have a yard. So I draw my yard. Guess what? Goodbye, word, yard. Cross it out. Makes your life happy again when you cross stuff out. Yard measures 120 feet by 40 feet. Always keep track of your units. Cross stuff out as you take care of it. Okay. Bag of grass seed. Does that go on my diagram or is that a list thing? Goes on my list. So I have a little bag of grass seed and it costs each one $4.95 and it covers how much? 500 square feet. Good. I like to bullet my list. Took care of that. Woohoo! That makes me feel good. I'm happy with that. Okay. Then we have fencing. So I got fencing going on here. Fencing, and it comes in 3 yards length. Always kind of make a visual of stuff. Don't just write it down. Make a visual. Geometry is a visual math. So I have fence, little fence length, and it's 3 yards. And it costs how much? $9.95. Yep. Cross it out. Okay. Our target question is what word out loud? What are we trying to find? Cost. Okay, so cost. Now, where there is cost, that means you're buying something, right? Wherever there's a cost, it means you're buying. That's one thing we're trying to buy here, ma'am. What are we walking out the door with? We're grass seed. So grass seed is one thing we are buying. Johan, what else are we buying, sir? Besides grass seed, we are buying fencings. We write the word fence. So under plan, let's write out what we're dealing with. We're doing grass, and we're dealing with. Okay. Question is this. Malia, grass, is that going to be an area concept or a perimeter concept? It is, because guys, remember grass actually static. Doesn't feel like area. So write your equations out. Okay so far? Okay. And fence, Sam, what do you think? Is that an area or a perimeter concept now? You're right. So let's write out our perimeter. Is it possible you can easily find those two things? Okay, find them. Go. Find both. Find both the area and the perimeter. You can do that without a calculator. I'll explain. Okay, guys. So from here, let's look at what we have so far. We know our grass is going to be 4,800 is our area of our grass. We write area equals 4,800. Technically, it's feet squared. Now, each bag covers how many? Out loud, guys. 500 feet squared. So I want to know how many bags I buy. So tell a neighbor, how are you going to figure out bags? What are you going to buy? Do you see? We're going to take that and divide by 500. So I'm going to go 4,800, 500, like this long hand. Now, don't freak out, guys. Don't freak out. Do you see 2 zeros there? Goodbye. 2 zeros there. Goodbye. There, I think that's a lot easier, isn't it? See what I'm doing there? Do 5 into 48, because we just killed the zeros. Yeah. bet for here, sir. You got it. 9.6 is correct. Now, here's a real life question. You need 9.6 bags of that. How many actually 9.6 bags of anything? So for cost, I'm going to go 10 bags, $4.25. Now this is 10 times that, which means we just do over 1. So my grass seed cost $49.50. Alrighty, guys. Go back to your groups. You finish the fencing and then add it up on your own. Finish the fencing on your own. Finish the fencing on your own, my friends.